Hello, dear educators. How are you all doing? Dear principals, how are you all? I am very happy to meet you in this live webinar. I am so excited to meet you all. Hi, I am Dr. Padmavati Tungaturthi from Teachconnect. This is a webinar especially for the HRs, for the principals, for the coordinators, or those who are there in the education interview, teacher interview panel. If you are there in the teacher interview panel, always, and if you are trying to hire teachers and make a good and strong team, this is one webinar you have to attend. This is a must for you all. Namaste and welcome to this webinar. I am the Managing Director of Teachconnect. Now, today's topic is very interesting one, that when good resumes go wrong, how to prevent mishires in education. We normally feel that the hiring does happen, but sometimes mishire does happen. When we are trying to appoint late, or when we are trying to miss out on the recruitment, or if any of the backlogs is left out, this urgency of appointing a teacher, we will tend to go into this misfire of appointment. Therefore, how is that we should avoid this? If you are a school recruiter, you will come to know that this is the most interesting webinar. And have you ever tried a teacher who had a great resume but just didn't work out in the classroom? I think if you are experienced in this senior admin position for more than 5 years, then definitely you will have understood what I'm trying to say. If we are feeling that, let me adjust my camera. Yeah. If we are in this administration, and if we are trying to recruit, and if we are taking care of the academic leadership, as if we are taking care of the administrative leadership, definitely there are chances that there are misfires. That should be only a chance. We can't make that a routine thing. But so many times it happens that we have taken up a resume, there are so many qualifications, the languages spoken are too many, and the local languages are also spoken. Then we will try to give a little edge to the teacher. And if at all we want a teacher who can bring in that nativity, communication skills, there is always a sort of understanding that if we try to bring in a teacher who has that skill of communicating well with the student, that automatically will bring in a lot of content. No, the content has to be in place. That's a different thing. This mishire will happen about, maybe if we are appointing 20 teachers as per the statistics, one will definitely be there who is mishired. You're not alone. Many schools face this challenge. That's the reason why I thought that I should talk to you all directly in this webinar. If any questions you have, you please write down in the chat box so that I will answer your questions one after the other when I feel that there is a gap in between. A wrong hire will not only affect your classroom environment, but also it drains your time. It will take your effort in training and retraining the teacher. And also, I think you can relate with it. The performance of the student will go down. The performance of the student goes down. I think as a principal, we cannot forgive ourselves if the students are underperforming, or if the students are not trained to perform well. We come to know about this only when we finish our term one examination, and we will try to talk about all these in this webinar. And today I'll guide you through why these mismatches do happen and how you can build a strategic hiring process to avoid them. Don't worry, my webinars will not be too long because I feel that small chunks of webinar will definitely be helpful rather than speaking volumes in the webinar. My examples also will be very short, and how I relate to you all also will be very interesting. This is my forte, I feel. Now, if you find that there is a reputed school in Hyderabad and hired a teacher with glowing credentials, the certification, the past salary, but within 2 months, the teacher is not able to align with the culture of the school. The teacher is not able to manage the discipline of the classroom when the teacher is facilitating. Now the students' performance is dropping, students are tending to turn restless in the classroom, and the parents are complaining. We know that if one parent comes and starts and complaining about the student, the rest of them, I think this is an inductive effect which happens with parents because of the social media. There are so many chances of WhatsApp groups happening, and they happen behind our back too. But that is not our concern. Let them enjoy understanding from each other. We also are very happy that they are coming to as a group. But what we try to understand is how is that we are able to appoint a teacher without any mishire. Eventually, when the teacher leaves the class mid-year, I think this happens when sometimes teachers feel that they can do this kind of jaywalk in the classroom, and they can hire anybody. There are so many teachers available, but it's not true. So many teachers are not available. There are very few teachers available in each country. No, you take USA, UK, Japan, Germany, South Africa, India, Sri Lanka, any country, there is a depth of teachers throughout the world. As you all know, or you must be understanding that I have traveled a few countries, did a shadowing work also, and tried to work in various places so that I get enough knowledge. This depth of teachers is always there. They try to look for expats also uh, during the stay, uh, their qualification they keep aside. If the foreigners of any country have enough checklist of communication and activity connection with the student, then they definitely appoint such kind of teachers. But the research shows that when a teacher loses her job, or when a teacher is mishired, or if a teacher is fired during the middle of the academic year, it is not only the money which is lost, but another teacher need to be trained, and the credibility of the school is at stake. If a research shows that a wrong hire can be costing up to 40% of the teacher's annual salary, a wrong hire will cost something on us. The principal HRs and coordinators, the panel team must know this. So the question is, how do we present this? Therefore, there are 5 different reasons for this why good resumes also can fail. The first resume can be a templated resumes, wherein the teacher does not give the content. For example, if there is resume enhancer tab, or if there is a resume enhancer on www.teachconnect.in, there the teacher has to provide the content, and only the restructuring of resume is done. But when you're going to give only the keywords and completely it is written by AI, then the difficulty starts. The difficulty is that the resume is completely written by AI, and the teacher will only see the rosy picture of whatever is given. Keywords are given like, say, experiential learning. Then AI will write a big paragraph on experiential learning, because the whatever knowledge the template has, it all is provided in the AI written resumes. It is therefore the resume, if it is written by AI and the original document is not produced by the teacher, then the restructuring happens as per the wish of the AI tool. That's why we have to be careful. I have taken special interest on Teach Connect to see that the resume doesn't overstructure the already given content. That's how. This is the first thing which happened. And the second thing is there is lack of evidence of actual classroom experience. We tend to ask a question for a projection, how would you see that you improve my grades in the classroom in at our school XYZ? Then this need not have any evidence. The teacher is going to give you a dream to you. Therefore, we tend to get carried away in the dream. That's why we should always depend on the evidence. What have you done in the past? Give them a situation. What have you done in the past so that you can improve? Let me increase the volume. Yeah. What have you done in the past so that you have improved the grades of the student? There is a mismatch also with what they speak and what has happened. Therefore, that's the reason you need to have that evidence. And the third one is your school values are different. There is no possibility of alignment. For example, you all believe in experiential learning. And if the teacher doesn't have that concept of belief, I mean to say, it's not that she's unaware of it. If the concept is not believed, if the field trips are being not being learned, they only depend on certain sort of punishment and reward method every time instead of counseling, then definitely there is a misalignment between your culture and the culture at the school. That's how you need to understand that there shouldn't be a mismatch between the culture, between the vision and the mission also for that. That's how you need to have. Then next, the fourth point is they don't showcase a reflective or emotional intelligence. Do they have any reflective journal? This is a must. You need to ask them to at least write down or speak about something which is very reflective. And what is emotional intelligence? I've made a very good podcast for recruiters on emotional intelligence. You go and watch that in complete analysis of how emotional intelligence is going to help. And reflection. You give them some time to give, maybe 3 to 4 minutes is more than enough for a teacher to reflect on what the teacher is thinking about the past experience or how could she have improved a particular experience. Normally, in the star case of interview, we ask about what is the situation, task, action, and what's the result. If she has to do that repair work, where is she going to do? Should she be questioned on the repair work? Yes, she should be questioned. Because how is that she's going to repair whatever she has done a mistake? It's quite human that teachers do a sort of mistake. Then committing a mistake is okay. Not always, only a few times. It's okay. But how are they going to do that resurrection work for whatever has happened? And is the teacher enough tech savvy or is she having any learning mindset? That's a fifth thing. Learning mindset is on every aspect, entering data to talking to parents. How is she able to improve her cult of talking to parents? This is how we feel that facilitating improvement on the classroom discipline. These are the things where they should understand. Therefore, the 5 important points I would like to summarize. The first one is the resumes are AI written and overly templated. The second one is they lack evidence of actual classroom experience. They don't believe in keeping evidences. For this, portfolio will work well. Third point is there is a mismatch with your school values. There is a mismatch with your school values, alignment, culture, disciplines, policies. Number four is they don't showcase either reflective or emotional intelligence. Number five is there is no indication of teachers' learning mindset anywhere. The teacher feels that I know everything, I'm very good at conducting the sessions, and I know that how I can work on it. Maybe I appreciate if the teacher is able to know. But the thing is, it should also be aligned with the vision, mission, culture, and not only with the school's vision. The teacher must take an effort to align herself with the vision of the country, that is national education policy. Therefore, you must remember that you are not hiring the resume, the underlying relationship, the underlying connect. You are hiring the mind and intellect of the teacher and a change maker who is going to take forward children's lives, and also a strategist. Nowadays, it's very important that the teacher is a strategist because the strategy which the teachers follow will help the teacher to bring in that strategy from the student's mind. The student need to be a strategist at the end of the day. There are so many strategies to be played. In fact, the teacher should plan a strategy first, whether it's working or not, reflect on it, again go for the next strategy. Then this is how the five important points need to be considered one after the other. Maybe you can take the expert opinion whether the AI resume is being planned and given to you, looking at the only way of writing a resume, or content writers also sometimes these days they are writing the resume. Okay, content writing is good, but if the teacher is giving the content to the content writer and the content writer is restructuring it, then that's fine. If the teacher is feeling that the restructuring is not done and complete resume is written by the content writer, that's not the way our resume should be written. And now, when you are thinking of how the strategies, we haven't spoken about strategies. Let us feel that we too should develop five pillars of strategies. I've told you the 5 points where the resumes can take you for a ride. And then the next thing is the five strategic hiring toolkit. This is five strategies. The first pillar of this strategy is structured resume screening. You need to have a resume enhancer. Structured resumes only we got to believe, because this is what truly matters, because it goes in a policy, it goes in a work. Therefore, it is important that one point after the other need to be structured. Then the next one is having a lesson plan or demo in place. Maybe she may not attach it to the resume, but there should be a profile link. A profile should be given in that. Resumes need to be attached also, because we ask for a small teaching video also in the profile, because teachers tend to get carried away along with what they know. If they're excellent in a particular topic, they go to the end of the scenario and talk all things what they know. We are not talking about what the teacher knows. We are trying to tell about what the teacher must look in the student and how the principal must look at the teacher. For that, demo class will come very handy also. Then otherwise you ask them to give a live demo to you at home, or you can ask them for a teaching video for 2 to 3 minutes. This will help you to analyze the communication, the presentation, the movement, the board occupying, what space is occupied on the board, then does she utter anything about the technicalities. These things you'll come to know with 2 or 3 videos, or 3 minute video. And after that, live demo is always there. If you want a live demo checklist, please direct message us to email us at teachconnect2020 at the rate of gmail.com. That's a good email place wherein my staff will help you with the demo checklist also. And the third point is what you have to, the third pillar, in fact, what the teacher, what kind of value is she teaching every day in the classroom? One value for 30 seconds she has to speak. What's the child learning? The content is available anywhere. There is a lot of content available. Therefore, the teacher, while in the interview, she should also know what values she's going to give. Is she picking up on a set of values? She can't pick up every time random values. You must guide her to pick up 4 or 5 values, and every time, if each teacher is picking up 5 values, that's how the class becomes like a flower garden. Therefore, the class will be very wonderful, because each teacher teaching 5 different values, and excellently they go learning all the values over their journey of 10 years. Then the behavior and cultural fit is the fourth pillar. We need to have a psychometric test for this behavior and cultural fit. And values-based hiring is very important. Values is something what they are giving a priority to. And the fifth point we can call is, do they have this willingness to grow. Look for certification. That's how you can check in the resume. Whether the certificates have stopped long ago, that's okay. But are there any learning licenses? Did they learn anything, read a book, make a notes or something like that? This is a very interesting point which you need to observe. Did they learn anything after the final certification? There is a continuous professional development scope because there is a lot of knowledge available around. So why should a teacher stop something in between? Why should she stop? That she shouldn't stop. Therefore, we need to have these five pillars on in your mind. The first pillar, does the resume have a structure? The second one, it shouldn't be an AI one, but it should have a structure. The second one, is there any chance for having a demo video, 2 or 3 minutes? And the third point is value-based learning. Does the teacher give value-based? How will we know this, by the way? We got to post some interview questions wherein they have values, which consist of value. What value does this let you know? The teacher must be able to pick up the value also from there. And now, when the teacher is looking for the fourth pillar, that is behavior and cultural fit, the fifth pillar is definitely the willingness to grow. And if you are hiring great in this evolving classroom, great teachers are those who are emotionally intelligent. Emotion is something wherein it comes out of your mind and it works on your mind, and your physiology changes, your body language changes, and the behavior of the teacher changes. That's why emotional intelligence is very important. Are they reflecting or giving you any such sort of incident wherein they have reflected on their practice? I think I should have done this. This is very important. You should have done this. Have you reflected or not? Don't forget to look at the technological interventions when they are talking to you. Are they ready to adapt different teaching styles? Are they culturally aligned? Do you feel that there is cultural alignment between the teachers? Yes, it is required that they align themselves culturally. And also, what are the differentiated teaching styles they have? Do they use also the collaborative learning, the peer-peer interaction, the interaction in group? Every student must be able to work in different groups. So also every teacher must be able to work with other teachers also. For this, we need to ask them questions in the interview about collaborative learning, collaborative and team teaching. That's how you can have, as I told you, my webinar is going to be a very short one, very sweet one though. With Teachconnect, you will have well-structured resumes. You can post your jobs also. There are lot many documents in Teachconnect blog segment. And if you want any interview template or any questions where to hire, you please ask us. We're ready to help you here. And that's how we have best hiring practices to come into place. I'll just paste my strategic demo of touring Kit, or how is that you're going to work on different strategies. I'll paste this transcript also in the description box, and I'll give you a special takeaway, the 5-step strategic hiring blueprint. You can follow this. It's free of cost. You can definitely click on the link. And if you are a recruiter, you must enjoy hiring and also value on the presence of the teacher there. Thanks for being with me. And I love this that you're all there spending your time. Any questions to be taken up? I'm more than happy to take up questions. Or you can also send an email of questions to teachconnect2020@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Or you can call 93982 That is Swati will be the single point of contact for you all. 93982 Swati will be a single point of contact for you all. You can definitely pick up information from her. It is so easy. My website is really very easy. My total plan is to see that there is no dearth of teachers who are around you. They might not be knowing that there is a vacancy in your school. This is a challenge, but let me try. I think I'll be successful in this. Thank you so much. Thanks for being with me. Any question? No questions, then we'll stop. Thank you. Be there next Saturday, same time for presenting the content. Thank you.